Hey guys, Paige with Gym Breaks here, and let's do a nighttime stretch. Our bodies can feel very stiff and tight at the end of the day, so the best thing to do is to have a night routine that releases that tension. But you already knew that since you're here, so when you're ready, we'll start with a forward fold to loosen our back. I like to think that I'm bending at each vertebrae one at a time, slowly rounding my back as much as possible. Really take your time here. Pause at any point along the way, especially if you feel extra tension. Pause and hang out a little bit before continuing on. Once you've reached your deepest position, stay there and relax. Let your shoulders and neck hang. This should feel good for you. Really pull yourself into this position to deepen the stretch. I like to bend at my knees, then kind of hug my knees, then straighten them out. Our goal here is to really get our head as close to our legs as possible. Really take your time to stretch this out and get as close as you can here without causing any discomfort. From here, we will slowly crawl into a knee sit and take a second to just gather yourself, even lean back a little bit to stretch those quads. Now, keeping that tailbone tucked, lean forward and reach those shoulders out as much as you can. Really think about stretching out as far as you can. Then drive your chest and armpits into the floor. If you want to lengthen the stretch, do that by extending your fingers. Gets your chest higher. That way when you dip your chest and your armpits to the ground, you have more space to work with. This is a great stretch for the T-spine, the bottom of the neck, right where the shoulder blades meet, which, if you're like me, tend to have a very sore and stiff T-spine and shoulders by the end of the day. So this is a stretch that I love to do. And we're gonna get a little sexy here and do a cat camel move, which I do this a few times to reduce the friction in the spine. Hey, if this feels good to you, definitely stay here longer. I'm just kind of using it as a transition. So when you're ready, let's get into a Cobra Pose. Laying on your stomach, bring your hands shoulder width apart, elbows pointing straight down, parallel to your body, and lift your upper body, hinging at the waist. To get the most out of this position, make sure you keep your core embraced and tailbone tucked. At the top, keep your chest high and shoulders back. Remember, your arms aren't pushing you up, rather guiding and stabilizing you. Now, if you're up for a challenge, contract your quads, bringing your knees off the ground while you do this pose. Let's do a few of these, pausing at the top and really settling into that top position. Now, if you had to take one movement away from this routine, I'd say take the Cobra Pose. This is the one move that gives you the most bang for your buck to really undo any tension or tightness from sitting. Let's stretch those quads. This is going to feel really good for anyone who sits majority of the day or after physical activity like the gym or a hike. Whatever you do during the day, we're going to loosen up those quads for you. So grab a chair, end of the couch, whatever you can use for balance, and get into a half kneeling position with the back leg bent at the knee like I'm showing you here. Now, we don't want to start at the top. Instead, start at the bottom of the stretch and slowly work your way back. Very similar to the forward fold, slowly moving up, pausing anywhere that feels tight and could use some extra love. When you get to that top position, go ahead and hold it Make sure you don't lean forward. Keep a nice neutral spine, tailbone tucked, and abs engaged. Go ahead and switch to the other side and go through this motion again. Now, when you do get to that top position, if you can, pull your foot in, deepening that stretch. So you can see I'm not even using the chair at this point anymore. So I'm taking the full stretch and all that weight into my hips and my quad. As always, keep those shoulders back, proud chest. You really should be able to draw a straight line from your shoulders, down your spine, down your hips, all the way to your knee and the floor. There really should be no curving or anything as you hold. And it might take time to work up for that as you gain the flexibility and the strength to hold that pose, but it's a good thing to work up to. Your quads will thank you. How those legs feeling? Well, hopefully good. But we got a little bit more work to do. So from here, let's transition into a tucked hollow hold. Lay on your back, nice flat back, no curving or gaps. And bring your knees over your hips. Bring them into your chest. Now reach your arms straight up. Kind of hold your knees, hug them, bring them in. And press your shoulders forward. Really get them off the ground here. Protract your scapula and just hold yourself in this position, loosening up that spine. Move around a little bit if this feels good. Really extend that thoracic spine. Now, I like this position a lot because it's loosening up your spine, but as long as you keep that tailbone tucked, it's doing it with correct posture. It's not doing it in an exaggerated back inflection type of way. It's training and loosening your body with good posture kept in mind and at the forefront. So sometimes throughout the day, I just like to get into this position because, man, it feels good on your shoulders, your T-spine, and even your lower back. All right, let's finish this up. So keep your knees up towards your chest and rotate your hips to one side. Reach out as far as you can while still keeping your shoulder blade on the ground. Hold this position, again, moving around your shoulder and your arm, really trying to find the spots that enhance this stretch and feel good to you. And let's switch to the other side. This stretch is really hitting all parts of your spine as well as your shoulders and even your chest. Take some deep breaths while holding and really enjoy this extended and open position. Hopefully you feel good physically, nice and relaxed, mentally as well, and you should feel good about yourself because you did that. Hey, you can get this routine for free, as well as the other daily stretching and mobility routines that I offer, all focused on reversing the effects of sitting and just feeling good. It's the first link in the description. Otherwise, be sure to drink more water and have a good day. I'll see y'all in the next one.